don't buy this wind turbine, and which small wind turbine you should buy or you won't buy, or which one will be best suitable for your needs. Let's start. This is S2. There are two types, S2 and S3. In the industry, they're known like this. You will see them under thousands of names because there are few factories, but many resellers. The price, factory price for this wind turbine is 52 up to 65 USD, China, which means that everything above 100 USD is ripoff. Why shouldn't you buy this specific one? This is the cheapest one on Amazon. You can find this type, you can easily find on Amazon. Same type, same production value, but 2 or 3 times more expensive. But let's start why you shouldn't buy this one. This is 5-blade version. You should always buy 3-blade version or 6-blade version and just sell 3 extra blades. This turbine, they've got from 14, 15 inches, means from 37 centimeters up to 57, 58 centimeters, which is 22.4 inches. 1 blade longitude. And first thing you want to know, the longer the better. Blades are usually polyethylene. They say it's nylon. No, no one uses such expensive material. And the whole trouble is, as you know from the previous video, the tip to wind ratio with 3-blade wind turbine is 5.5 up to 6, which means if the wind has 10 meters per second velocity, tip velocity is 6 times that if the blade is high quality. But with the 5-blade, this is only 3 times the wind speed, which means that your rotations will be 3/5 of the rotations of 3-blade version, which means if the 3-blade version got 500 rotations per minute, if the wind is quite okayish, it will have even up to 1000 RPMs. But if it has 500 RPMs, the 5-blade version will have only 300 RPMs. Why this is important? As you can see, this turbine, this has very small generator because this is cheap one. This is the version of 100-watt wind turbine. So it has to work up to 1000. Let me show you. I made Excel calculation. So you can see that in 11 meters per second wind speed, which means 40-something miles per hour, this should have above 1000 RPMs. And with this could be power about 500 watts. If you will buy 5 or 6 or 8 blades, you wouldn't reach first the power, but second and most important, voltage. Why? Because all of us users of this kind of turbines buying this for off-grid use. Off-grid use means you want to use it with batteries. This version is without controller, which is really good because first and most important thing, you shouldn't buy these cheap MPPT Chinese controllers. They never work. This is the worst thing ever. It's much better to buy really, really cheap PWM solar controller plus really cheap bridge rectifier like 1 or 2 USD, and you will have working quite okay-ish system. With this turbine, you need to check first if you will buy it. First, you need to connect it to the drill and check what's the voltage, AC voltage, because this got 3 wires. It is 3 wires delta topology, which means there is no zero wire, no neutral. There are only 3-phase wires, A, B, C, and any of them check for the voltage, because sometimes people selling it as a 48 volts. It's never wired as 48 volts, never. I know all the factories in China and no one is making 48 volt version of this turbine. It is only 12 or 24. If at normal drill is 500 RPM. 500 RPM is quite low rotations for this turbine, quite low speed. If you want to charge 12 volt system, almost all of them are okay. If you've got 24 volt system, you should see on AC side, you check in AC voltage, you should see about 35, 30 volts without any load. Because when you rectify it, you multiply voltage by 1.7 because square root of 3, but under the load, voltage will drop. So, and for charging 24-volt system, you need 30-volt DC. So if at 500 rotations, this doesn't give you 30 volts, it's useless for 24-volt systems. Then it's only good for 12 volts. This doesn't have any braking, but in any cheap solar controller, you've got extra load to connect. If it's 12 volt, it's quite easy. You can connect there any car appliances, 12-volt appliances, and it will work as overcharge protection for your batteries. The cost of such controller is from $10 plus 2 or 3 for bridge rectifier, and that's it. That's the whole cost. Is it working? Some of them, yes. Mostly if you've got 12-volt system and you need it for lighting, you need it for small appliances, it's okay-ish, but it doesn't produce a lot of energy. For this, you need to go one step higher to the M series, but M series is another video. See ya.